Hello. So today I am going to be doing a flip through of the Willow inspired traveler's notebook size junk journal that I've made and thrown up on my Etsy. So this is going to be available around the time this video pops up. So first things first, this elastic is a little bit thinner than the one I've used so far. Just as stretchy, just as durable, just a little bit thinner. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. Obviously, I have it in a couple colors, so you'll see it. But I just liked it because you can't see on camera how absolutely gorgeous this dark green is. So it's not the typical black that I've been using. So we open this guy up, and the first thing I really do want to point out, in case you haven't watched any of the other videos, is the fact that this is laminated. So your cover is laminated. I mean, I wouldn't run over it with a tractor trailer by any means, and I wouldn't run it too hard, but it definitely helps protect it. And I love these journals for the sake of the fact that you can use them for every day, but this is a really great way to maybe document a trip as well, because everything is themed. So this would be great for maybe a family camping trip or something to that effect. So I really just like the themeness of it. Or if you just love the design, it's, like I said, great for every day. So in this first pocket, which is also laminated, we have a front pocket, and I did something a little bit different with the back and did the whole back the same design. So there's that. By the way, everything is held together with E6000 glue, so very durable glue, just in case anyone was wondering. So in this front pocket, we have some cute little treasures. So I love paint cards. You can pick them up just about anywhere. That's a hardware store. But I love throwing them in there if the colors coordinate. And I just love all the names, and I feel like they're very inspiring. So I threw this guy in there. I think these are Glidden paints. My boyfriend thinks I'm a little outrageous because while we're shopping in a Home Depot or Lowe's, I'm usually in the paint aisle stealing paint chips. Is that what they're called? Paint swatches, paint chips. This is a cutout from the stickers, the cardstock stickers that are available with the Willow collection. I really love that bird. I'm trying to very carefully tuck everything back in these pockets. I would also like to say about these pockets, obviously they're a little deep, but they're, not very wide, and it's glue. So be gentle, don't overstuff it because you're going to have probably a situation. These are just some cute little like heart to-do list tabs and just some little circle stickers that I wanted to throw in there that had similar colors to this booklet. This is a homemade washi board. So it's corresponding paper and laminated so that you can reuse it. And then on here I have different washies that correspond. So we've got 6, 7, 8. So we have 8, and then it's a foot per washi. It's still really early here, so I'm trying to get this video in before I go to work. So if I sound a little fumbly, that's probably why. And by the way, thank you to all of the new subscribers that are tuning in, and welcome, and hey to all of you OGs out there. So now let's start the fun part. Let's do the flip through. So there's 3 signatures inside this guy. There are 1, 2, 3. We'll talk about the pocket in a minute. 4, 5, 6. If I can flip this page. 7, 8. 9, 10. So each one has 10 technically pages, but it repeats, so it'll be 20. I think I've been noticing that people are counting it like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I believe that counts it to 40. It's a different way to look at it, but I'm going to say 20 pages. So 20 pages that repeat. 10 pages that repeat. Oh, I'm fumbling all this. I'm sorry. Okay. So each insert has 20 pages. Let's just say that. 10 designs would be probably the correct verbiage. So let's go back to this pocket, because this pocket has pockets. It really does. So I thought something cute to include this time around would be some additional pockets so that you can add it where you want to, or you can put them in another notebook that you have, another journal, whatever you really want to do with them. And they're super easy. They have that fold line, really easy to fold. You don't need a bone folder to get that together. And they're double-sided, so you can pick what you want to do with them. So if you want to fold this a little bit differently, unfortunately, that would probably be upside down if you used it like that, but do what you will. So we've got that little guy. These are gorgeous. These are stamps that are on vellum, so you can cut them out however you want or play with them however you want. This one is kind of cool because I used a coppery ink so that it would correspond with all of the pretty coppery colors in this journal. Another thing I want to point out is this gorgeous encyclopedia paper that is actually from 1900s. So you've got some very nice vintage paper. I also try to put vellum, a vellum page, in just about every signature. And then this is really cool. I don't know what you would call this paper, but it looks kind of parchment-y. But it kind of borderlines with tissue paper. It's a little bit stronger than that though. And then there's gorgeous scrapbook paper. There's a pretty grid paper. I even left the kind of unfinished edge that you can tear out the perforated part if you don't like it, but it just gave it a little bit more character and fun. All my journals are hand sewn, by the way, with room so that you're not going to pop the binding. And this is actually really strong thread. So no worries on popping your binding either, which is fantastic. I do fold a lot of the pages, just obviously so they don't get crinkled and crumpled. But this is great because you could sticker this close if you wanted to write a little message or something. It makes it a little bit more interactive, which I love. So that's signature number 1. Signature number 2. I love the gold coppery stripes on this. I always wonder if the camera picks it up. And I try to look, but I feel like lighting and cameras sometimes are unkind to pretty foil embellishments. I don't know about you guys. So this is the center of the second signature. Again, it's the same concept of the 20 pages, 10 different designs, obviously, because it's folded together. So this is the center of the book, quite literally. So I've got this pretty copper paper clip holding these little goodies because they were too big to fit into any pocket. So we've got this stripe of paper. We've got this cute card. All of them are backed in green because they were a cut apart sheet. So you've got that great little quote block. This is our happy place, which is great because you can pretty much tape that in and do your photos or journaling on the back. A great little journaling card and another really pretty journaling card. I love trying to include at least some journaling and quote cards and cut apart sheet type things in here. So we're going to put all this back together. If I can. Oh, I don't want to skip a page. Oh, this is a little clunky. You guys are being troopers this morning because I'm just all over the place. So this is the goodie bag. See, oh, I did have an extra paper clip. Cool. So whoever gets this is getting an extra paper clip just because I didn't even know it was in there. So you've got an extra paper clip to play with. You've got that great little wood veneer leaf. I need to scoot this up a bit. We've got loads. This says love this in the foil, which I love. But these are awesome little die cuts that match the journal itself that came from the collection. So you've got all this goodness. I love the tag. Some journaling spots, quotes, florals, all the fun stuff. And it's all going to be tucked in this envelope, which is included and going to be in the center. So we'll keep going. So there's a gorgeous little vellum page to play with. I'll clean up that little corner. My bad on that. Some graph paper. Here is a cute little pocket for the second insert, signature, whatever you want to call it. These are gorgeous stamps, some personal and then some that match the collection itself, that are quotes, and they're all stamped on a parchment paper. Is that what it's called? I think. Packaging paper. Just awesome little kind of natural looking images that you can tape, you can glue and have it fold over. I love using them in my Hobonichi and my journals. They're great. Little add-ins for a more natural look. And that's the end of the second signature. So here we are in the last one. I do also try to make sure they match as much as possible. So putting like this pretty periwinkle alongside this, or making sure that your eye has a place to rest, but everything is very matchy and clean. Another thing I do want to say is that little imperfections might come through, but they're very easily covered by washi tape or a sticker. Sometimes I even discount them if it's a little bit overkill. So if you go into the shop, you'll see some of the journals that I made in the very early days. By the way, this is gorgeous. It's like a vellum with these pretty copper embellished butterflies on the paper. But if you go into the shop, you will see some journals that are inserts that are extremely inexpensive because they were the first ones. So there's a lot more imperfections to them, but they're, like I said, very easily covered. By the way, speaking of the shop, I do want to let you guys know that I'll be doing some really cool stuff with the shop in March because it's my birthday month and I want to kind of treat everybody and take everybody along for the ride. So there's going to be a little giveaway and a big giveaway. So stay tuned. Make sure you are tuning into the channel and check in on me with Instagram because I put a ton up on there. So yeah, but let's dive into this little pocket. So I put these are on mixed media paper. They are stamped calendars. For whatever reason, this part of the stamp just didn't stamp. I don't know why. There's nothing I can do about it. I have tried it on everything and the mystery will never be solved, I guess. Then there's some more pieces of that cut apart page I was talking about, but these would fit in a pocket, so I wanted to get them in there. So we've got that in the pocket. We're going to keep going with the flips. I love the encyclopedia paper in it. I think that's probably one of my favorite things. So that's the end of the last signature. This is one of my favorite things that I get to include in the books. And this is actually collage paper that I stamp on with very nice ink so that it doesn't go anywhere. But it's different images that you can cut out, or if you just want to lay this whole thing over a page and go to town on it. But super easy. You just get your mixed media stuff going on, and there you go. And naturally, my camera would cut out right about the time that I need to finish this video. So all in all, I just wanted to show you guys the last little bit, which is this gorgeous little collage paper that I've stamped on with ink so that you can use it throughout the book or on your other projects that you'd like to use it on. So no pressure, but that is it for this little guy. Like I said, it'll be posted up on the Etsy shop, so it'll be available for purchase. I do free ship with the bigger guys like this, so that's not a problem. I think I've actually altered everything to free ship now, which we're going to try out and see how that goes. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and again, welcome to all of the new subscribers, and thank you guys for sticking around to the OGs. Thanks.